Now, second piece is sales. You're gonna wanna start bringing on some salespeople. All licensed realtors who are gonna come on as junior agents. We're gonna have them come on and you're gonna educate them. They can make some of your cold calls or a lot of your cold calls for you. They can reach out to your buyers list and pitch deals with you. They can even go on your showings for you if you don't think you feel like you need to be there, right? They're gonna be doing a lot of your tours, right? They can show, schedule tours, or your VAs can schedule the tours, and the agents can go and show up and stand there and present the property and go tour the properties, right? You can have them do a lot of the things that you don't need to do, but there's a lot of lead generation that still be incredibly valuable that's gonna come from these people. And the last piece of this puzzle is the marketing, right? So I have a lot of VAs. I have a team of nearly 10 people who just handle all my marketing, all the content you see, right? Where it's like, it's edited, it's posted, people are responded to, like all that kind of stuff is all leveraged, right? I can't be spending my time all the time on social media. Like, it's just ridiculous, right? Like, it has a very low dollar per hour specific for me to be doing this, but it needs to be posted because it has a very high amount of money in return overall, long-term, okay? So keep in mind, like, don't go crazy on social media. Like, you don't need to build this out until you have a major organization, or like at the very beginning, you could do it all yourself and do it cheap, but you need to be posting. And you need to realize that the first few years, you're not going to make a crazy return. So you're not going to have a huge team delegated all this stuff to, right? At the very, very beginning. And you're not going to want to spend, like I spend, $10,000 a month minimum on my entire marketing. Like, all the content you see cost me $10,000 a month. Is a team, a huge group of people, right? Like, almost 10 people are handling this. But like you said, it's a lot of VAs, right? These three departments are going to be needed in order to have a $2 million a year gross revenue company, but you're going to grow into them. Next point is you must be paying attention to your average commission percentage and your average total deal size, right? So your sales price and your average commission percentage are very, very, very important, because that's going to equate to how much money you're going to make per deal. And the only way to really be scaling is making sure that each and every single year, or every quarter ideally, that number is growing. So if your average deal size was $1 million last year, in order to make substantially more money, you must increase your deal size. You must be making more money per deal, which means instead of doing $1 million deals, start doing $2 million, $5 million deals at the same volume. And even if you did a little bit less, we did substantially more business, right? Instead of doing, let's say you did 10 $1 million deals last year for $10 million of volume, 3% commission, maybe $300,000. But let's just say that we can get your average deal size to, let's just say, $4 million, and instead of doing 10 deals, you only did 7 deals. That's 4 times 7, that's $28 million. So it's 2.8 times the amount. And if you can work on your average commission percentage, so instead of 3%, now you're getting 5%. 5% on $28 million is friggin' awesome, right? It's like substantially over $1 million, right? What that's allowing is it's gonna get you closer to your $2 million goal that much faster, right? It's almost $1.8 million. Next point is expanding your network. The way to really grow and to do massive numbers, you need to have a very, very successful network. So our investors, the people that we work with, some of the highest level people that you find in several of our focused areas, right? We wanna be working with the most active investors, the most successful investors in each marketplace, the people who are doing the most business, who are constantly buying more and more properties, who are constantly selling and buying properties in every marketplace. We want to become their best friends. So expand your network. You want to be becoming close to and building relationships with all of the most active investors in any marketplace that you're working in, because it's very hard to scale in any marketplace where you do not know the big players and have a relationship with those players. And I'm not saying the people who are buying hundreds of millions of dollars in properties, like the huge properties in some instances. I mean, just saying, like, whatever you're trying to sell, you need to know those players. Next piece is you're going to be wanting to work your past client list. Okay, even if you've only had a couple dozen properties or less than a dozen properties, you're going to want to work through that client list and try to work on getting referrals. You don't just close one deal and try to never do a deal with that person ever again. Even if it was hypothetically a 70-year-old guy who looks to retire, I guarantee you he hangs out with other guys that are around his age and they're all looking to retire. So you're going to want to work through that network that individual has. You're going to want to have network leverage. So you're going to be trying to work through your closed deals and try to get referrals through building out systems. How did my team and I do for you? You did a fantastic job. Great. Can I ask you a favor? Sure. Well, of course. What can I do for you? But can I count on you for one fantastic referral? Someone who's just like you, who, exactly like they just did, sold a property and looking to retire, or hypothetically just bought a property and looking to build their portfolio. Can I count on you for somebody like that in the next 30 days? Yeah, sure. Of course. No problem. Boom. That's the simplicity of this game. Next thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to be also, as you build your team, is that you're going to want to be building great culture. People are not going to stay, right? And I wouldn't recommend anybody stays at a place where they're unhappy, whether it's a company or a team or anything. You're not going to be doing something that you're unhappy with. Doing something like a monthly monthly event with your team, even like a weekly thing where you do like, whether it's a happy hour, like I'm not a big drinker, so I wouldn't do weekly happy hours, but like a weekly thing where you guys all kind of hang out. Maybe like you do like a Saturday workout session, a Saturday yoga session, whatever that is that you can go do together as a team and be building culture. It's very, very important to do. And as you build a sales team, you're going to want to take them too, right? Like you're going to bring everybody along. And obviously VAs, what you can do is you can try to do like a time where you connect with all of them for, it doesn't have to be 3 hours with your VAs, but I would recommend spending some time with them and getting to know them. And if he's like, hey, like one time a month, if you're eating at your desk or doing a lunch at your desk, eat with your VAs and have a conversation with them and spend time with them and get to know them, because they're part of your organization, part of your world, and they're taking care of you and your family. You're going to want to spend time with them. Is that if you would like to earn a substantial amount of money, like $1 million net income, you have to then take your money that you earn and invest your money in the best deals that you come across. One time a year, at minimum, one time a year, you're going to want to invest in a piece of real estate. I urge you, I implore you, that if you really want to build wealth with your family, you must, of course, be invested in real estate over a long period of time. So especially if you don't want to pay a lot of taxes, because if you're going to be making a lot of money, netting $1 million, you're going to pay a lot of money in taxes unless you invest it in real estate. What's made me a lot of money in the last few years, not only selling a lot of real estate, but it's investing in the deals that we come across, the best deals that we come across, investing in those deals, rolling my commission in those deals, or taking my money that I've saved and then investing in those properties, right? And that's allowed me to pay a lot less taxes, and it's also allowed me to have cash flow that pays a lot of my bills so I don't stress out. Because eventually what happens is if you do $2 million gross revenue or more, right, when you're netting and taking home $1 million, and let's just say that you invest, call it $500,000 a year, you live on the rest, right, and you're saving some money for personal reasons, right, and you invest $500,000 a year for the next 10 years, and right, you never made more than really $2 million gross and $1 million net. What happens is, in 10 years from now, investing now $5 million over the last 10 years, that money, all of a sudden it's going to turn into a ton of real estate, a net worth of $6, $7, $8, $10 million plus dollars in real estate. Owning $20 million worth of real estate, having cash flows of $2, $3, $4, $500,000 a year in cash flows over time. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, drop in the chat box down below, in the comment section down below. If you enjoyed this content, again, if you're not subscribed, make sure you subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care, everybody.